legitimate meow.
Hey, what's up guys? It is Legit Meow, and I'm going to be playing with the AUG with my new emblem, the Cartman emblem that I made myself with the custom emblem thing. And I put it on my gun, and part of the reason that I'm using the AUG here is because it makes my emblem really visible from the first person point of view. And with some guns like the Enfield, you barely see it at all, so I don't know, I was kind of proud of my Cartman, and I wanted to have it in a place where I could see it. So a lot of you guys, well, maybe not a lot, but a few people on my last video said that I was camping too much on Nuketown for that 30 KD in that free-for-all, but yeah, maybe I was, but you know, it's pretty hard to get a good KD on Nuketown without playing a bit more defensively than usual. If you want to do well on a small map, I suggest you play a bit more defensively than usual. That's true with maps like Shipment in COD 4 and Dome in World at War. If you want to consistently do well, you're going to have to think about what you're doing. You can't just run around like crazy. Now, there are ways that you can run around and still get a good KD. It takes a lot of practice. Basically what you have to do is know the map really well, so when you turn a corner you get behind the next piece of cover, kind of like I did there, how I turned that corner and I got behind this box to block me from the lines of sight of those two guys in front of me, and I was able to take them both out. So that's something that you guys might not always notice, but it makes a good player better if you start doing that. And well, it makes anybody better if you try to use cover, even if you're not like directly behind the cover, but if it's in the distance, it can still block lines of sight until you get in a good range for your gun, or if it can turn the gunfight around and make the fight on your terms instead of the enemy surprising you with a longer range gun than yours. It's most effective with an SMG, I'd say. So here's a really good spot. If you go behind this little box here and this stool of yarn, or stool of steel, or whatever that is behind me, and this bush, and you look down there at the truck, you can see people spawn, and you can actually see their feet spawn under the cab of the truck. That's why I'm looking back there. And then they take one step and they're completely exposed with no cover for like anywhere around them, and you can easily get a lot of kills. The only problem is that I don't really like using a silencer all the time in this game because it seems to make it a bit slower to kill people. I don't know if that's actually true, but I just prefer using unsilenced weapons most of the time. So you can't stick around there for too long unless you find a gun that's good for a stealthy kind of gameplay. And I'm using the dogs and the chopper gunner and the attack helicopter in this game, just like I do for every game that I'm going for a really high score. I think I get 72 kills in this game. I want to get even higher scores in the future, and I think it shouldn't be a problem. The only thing is people are starting to shoot down air support a bit more now, but it's no big deal because if you call out dogs and a chopper gunner at the same time, it'll kind of keep you from getting your chopper gunner shot down, because the dogs are such a distraction, and people might not even have time to pull out their rocket launchers before they die from a dog. So here I noticed a guy was shooting at me, so I hugged the wall as fast as I could to prevent dying and to cut off his line of sight on me. And then with map knowledge, I turned the corner and he was completely exposed with no cover up there, and I had a huge advantage over him. I really turned around the situation fast. I don't know if this sounds cocky, like the way I've been giving tips, but I'm just trying to help you guys get better. Even if you're way better than me, I'm sure that we can learn from each other. Like, if you have tips, put them in the comments, because you know, you can always get better at Call of Duty. This map is not that great for a chopper gunner in my experience, unless they have A. When they have C or B, they tend to spawn in places where it's hard to reach them. And on C there's a few small buildings blocking the way, like these water towers, or probably like some kind of chemical oil tower, I guess. I don't know. Maybe it's something to do with nuclear power, because the map's called Radiation. I don't know, but it's pretty cool in this map how you can open those big gates for B. And the way I use it is when we have B, if I'm over there, I try and close the gates, so then there's less ways that the enemy can get to B to cap it. And then if the enemy has B, I try and keep the gates open so that me and my teammates can jump onto B with one more way to get into that room so that the enemy doesn't know what's going on. I don't really think I do it in this game, I can't remember, but that's just a tip that you might want to consider. And something that's really crazy in this game that they let you do is I was using the I flipped the gate to close the thing because we had B, but something really crazy that they do in this game, I was using extended mags for the longest time at the beginning of the game because it was taking a long time to kill people, partly because it takes a bit longer to kill people in this game without stopping power, and also because I was running really bad connection on the first week of the game out because I don't know, there's something wrong with the game. But now, since it's fixed, and I've learned a few more things, I've started using these dual mags or taped mags, or the ones that reload twice as fast every second time, because they give you twice as much ammo. I didn't know that when you tape one mag onto the next one, that counts as one. So they give you twice as much ammo, so you don't have to run scavenger, and you can use scavenger, the first perk slot, for something else, which is extremely useful. And here I'm using that spot again. I could have got a triple spray, but I ran out of bullets. But I still, even though that I ran out of bullets there, I still prefer to use these dual mags. They're really good, and I suggest that you guys try them. There's lots of guns that can use it. I think the only SMG that can use a dual mag might be the 74U. I'm not sure, but that's another thing that gives the 74U an advantage over all the other submachine guns, and you might even consider the AK-74U to be overpowered. Personally, I think it's not overpowered, and it's just the best SMG because it is an amazing gun, but at a long range it does practically no damage. And I would say either the 74U or the MP5 are the best in the class, but I still think that the AK-74U will lose you gunfights that you should lose. If you're up against an assault rifle at long range, you'll lose that gunfight, which is pretty balanced, I think. And if all the guns were the same damage and power and fire rate in each class, I think that would make the game really boring, and I'm glad that there's a bit of variety in this game. And also because it's like that, it gives you the challenge of using a gun that you know is a bit worse. So the Scorpion, for example, I'm pretty sure, or the Mini Uzi in this game, nobody seems to use those, but I'm sure in the future, as this game gets older, people will start using that because they're bored, which is kind of cool that it adds a few more hours of fun onto the game because you can challenge yourself that way. And yeah, the other team's trying to shoot me down here, but I get a few kills before I go down. And it was also helpful because I kind of saw where the enemy team was spawning. I think right here I get a stupid death, and I could have had dogs, which would have made this a really amazing game, but I could hear these guys all around and I didn't know what to do, and there's 3 or 4 guys that I could see, and yeah, I just couldn't deal with it. And I didn't, if I just had a few more bullets, I could have got that guy on the catwalk for the double spray back there, but yeah, unfortunately no dogs, and I'm pretty sure I die a few more times. I don't know how many times I died at this point, but I end up with 12 deaths and 72 kills. Pretty decent game. I'm not going to post anything with less than 60 kills in Ground War Domination. In Team Deathmatch, I'll probably go 40 kills or more will be postable, and regular Team Deathmatch, probably 30 kills or more. I don't play regular Team Deathmatch that much, but I have a game or two of that. I actually have a lot of postable games right now, so I'm pretty much good to go for the next little bit. But I'm going to continue playing Black Ops because it's hella fun and it's a good game in my opinion. I actually got a mouse from this really cool website called what's it called, budgetgadgets.com, I believe. and I didn't read the fine print, and apparently you're supposed to have a laptop that has integrated Bluetooth capabilities or something like that. So I actually can't use the mouse right now. I'm gonna email them and try and get it sorted out, and then I'm gonna do a review on the mouse hopefully, and it'll be pretty sick. The mouse, it feels really nice. I really want to use it, but I can't obviously because my laptop doesn't have a Bluetooth thing. I also was thinking about just making a video showing the t-shirts I got from getsomegear.com that I'll probably be giving away for the editing contest that me and COD Gameplay are doing, because I was supposed to do a review for them, but I don't really know how I'm going to do a review and leave them in the package, because like, what is there to review if they're still in the package? Maybe I'll just like say my thoughts on how it looks through the plastic. I don't know, but you'll probably see something with those t-shirts in the future soon. So my thoughts on my favorite guns in this game, I would say that the AUG is a really powerful gun, really good for killing people long range, but the Commando is probably the best. I like it with the reflex sight or the silencer. Personally, I haven't used it that much, but I picked it up a lot because it seems like everybody who's high enough level to get it seems to use it all the time, and I always find Commandos on the ground, so if I see one on the ground, I always pick it up. Oh, and I also always pick up guns that have multiple attachments on them when I'm not using Warlord, because I think it's an advantage to have 2 attachments on a primary that I picked up when I'm not using Warlord, because it's like I have an extra perk almost when I'm carrying around a gun with 2 attachments. So anyways, that's the game, guys. Thanks for watching. Consider rating the video if you liked it, or if you didn't like it, whatever. Just let me know how you thought about the video. Leave some comments, you know, all that good stuff, and I'll see you next time. Peace.